Hi, welcome to First Chapter Friday. My name is Lucy, and the book that I'm going to be reading from today is called Night Owl From Dogfish. This book is by Holly, Goldberg, Sloan, and Meg Wolitzer. They wrote it together. And this is a book that takes place entirely in emails and letters. That's the whole book is through correspondence. And it starts with an email. The subject header is "You Don't Know Me," and it's from a girl named Bette Devlin, and she's sending it. She lives in California. She's sending this email to a girl named Avery Bloom, who lives in New York. She says, "You don't know me, but guess what? Our fathers met at a conference, and they are now dating. And I thought you should know that. And I want you to know that because I'm not happy about it. My father and I are just, it's the two of us. Or thing, and we don't need anyone else in our lives." And Avery responds and says, I think you have the wrong person, because my dad is not dating anyone. He tells me everything. I know everything about my dad. It's just the two of us. We're very close, and we don't really need anyone else in our lives. So that's how it starts off. And then it turns out these two girls realize that their fathers are in fact a couple. And so they start with these emails where they're like, "You're not my friend, but let me tell you these things. And I still don't agree that our dads are dating, but..." And so they become these unwilling pen pals at first, but before long, they start to connect. And from there, it just turns into a laugh out loud story about friendship and family. And these girls are so different. Like, Avery's just nervous about everything, and she buries herself in books, and she worries constantly. Bette is outdoorsy and daring. What they have in common is they both have these single gay dads that they're being raised by. Well, actually, they're being sent away to the same summer camp too by their dads. Also, this is not something that they want to have a part of, but it's on the horizon for them. So there's this unfolding of how they get to know each other, and it is a great book about family that you're born with versus family that you build, and what that means. I love books that have those sort of cobbled together families. And it's thought-provoking, but it's just filled with these really great adventures that the two girls have, and it's funny. I mean, really, it made me laugh out loud. So I'm gonna read. It's hard to read the first chapter of this book because it is written in emails. So I will read you some of the initial emails between these girls. From Bette Devlin to Avery Bloom. Subject: You don't know me. But I'm writing you anyway. This could go into your spam. Maybe you're the kind of person who checks the spam. I don't. I found your email address online. You have a strange name. I never met anyone named Avery, but that made it easier to find you. So thank you for having that name. Also, thank you for going to a school that posts pictures of field trips, plus uses first name dot last name at theshipfieldschool.org, plus gives students their own email. I don't go to that kind of school. So this is awkward, but I'm just going to say it. Your dad and my dad met 3 months ago in Chicago at a building expo, which was at the downtown Marriott. I'm not going to explain how I know, but they are now a couple. That isn't my business, only it is my business because my dad wants to send me to a place called Siggy this summer. I never heard of Siggy. The website says challenge, influence, guide, inspire. That was cut and pasted. Those words are how they got the name. Siggy is a summer program in Michigan for inquisitive tweens and teens, ages 10 to 15. You could already be bored reading this email, but guess what? You are supposed to go to Siggy too. I'm not going. It doesn't matter what my dad says, but maybe if you won't go to Siggy either, it will stop him from trying to force me to go. That's what I was writing you about. Bette Devlin. From Avery Bloom to Bette Devlin. Subject, read, You Don't Know Me. I think you're confused and have the wrong person. If my papa was in a relationship with your dad, there's a 100% chance I would know about it. We're very close, and it's been just the two of us almost my whole life. So we're best friends, and he tells me everything. As for my school, it's helpful to have your own email so you can write it to a teacher in the middle of the day to ask about a project. Miss Pickering sometimes responds in 5 minutes. No one from outside my school community or family has ever found my email address before and written to me. The school might need to upgrade their privacy and security settings. I will post a note online. About Siggy, my friend Callie Workman's older sister went there last summer. I'm signed up for the 8-week session. It's kind of a creative nerd camp. At Siggy, you take classes called Bookin' Around and Exotic Robotic, and you also do archaeology searches for real fossils, and dig this. Plus, they have microwave popcorn at night for shut-eye cinema, where they show a foreign movie before bed, and everyone talks about it together, looking for themes. The best part is they don't force you to do sports. I am not athletic, and also I hate to swim. I have some excessive worries. Eating expired foods, getting a disease, etc., but drowning is the biggest one. You will never have to go to Siggy. I'm the only one of us going there. Avery A. Bloom. P.S. I'm 12 and I live in New York City. My papa is an architect. Even though you sent your email to the wrong person, I'm curious. How old are you and where exactly are you writing from? From Bette Devlin to Avery Bloom. Subject, You Don't Know Me. I'm also 12 and I live in California, but I've been to New York City. It was the summer and really hot and crazy crowded. I felt sorry for the people there, but super sorry for the animals. My dad constructs swimming pools and fountains. Anything with water. He doesn't design the stuff, he builds it. So your dad is an architect. Usually my dad is fighting with architects. You said your dad shares everything. Did you see your dad's text messages? Every time my dad hears his phone ping, he smiles like, ha ha ha. Oh, this guy just kills me. I've been camping lots of times, but I've never been sent to camp. We don't have money for that. My dad wants me to go because of you. He wants me to be your friend. No offense, but that's not something I'm going to do. Bette Devlin. From Avery Bloom to Bette Devlin. Subject, You Don't Know Me. Bette, how do I know you aren't some kind of hacker from Ukraine? You don't say the Ukraine, you just say Ukraine, which makes sense because you wouldn't say the France. And this is all a scam to get me to reveal the details of my life so that you can drain my bank account or maybe something worse. It's savings only, just so you know, and it's for college. I'm going to be very careful in answering your email. I checked the Google Calendar I share with my papa, and he was in Chicago in February at a building expo, but that proves nothing. My papa is not here this weekend. He's in San Antonio for work. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but just so you know, I'm not home alone. There's an adult here in the apartment with me. Plus, this is a doorman building, and since a famous person lives upstairs, not that famous, they are always very careful with security. I could text my papa right now and clear this up. I'm going to do that because I'm not allowed to be communicating online with people I don't know. You won't hear back from me because you have the wrong person and the wrong dad, although you did have the right camp. But that's some kind of weird coincidence. Avery A. Bloom. From Bette Devlin to Avery Bloom. Subject, You Don't Know Me. It's not a work trip to San Antonio. Your dad's with my dad in Texas. My dad is not lying to me, but he is still lying. He told me he was going to see his mom. Her name is Betty. I'm named after her, but I got rid of the Y for obvious reasons. Betty, I call her Gaga, lives in a small town 2 hours from San Antonio. My dad is so into your dad that he wants the original Betty to meet him. This is serious. Bet Devlin. From Avery Bloom to Bet Devlin. Subject: re, you don't know me. I want you to know that I've sent a text to my papa and I haven't heard back. This is very unusual, but it doesn't mean anything. I also want to say that when you write in all capital letters, it feels like you are yelling at me, and cyberbullying is a very important topic of our time. And side note, you are lucky to have a grandma, even one who lives 2 hours from San Antonio, if that's even something real. My family circle is very small, but that's private information. Avery A. Bloom. I'm going to stop there. I could keep going. You just get a little bit more of each of these girls as the emails go on. You can see that they have very different personalities, and they are discovering what their dads really have been up to and where they've been, and they start to learn where they're going. And you can get some of the humor, a lot of the humor in the tone right from the beginning. It is very funny, and I just loved this book. I loved it. So I highly recommend that you read To Night Owl From Dogfish by Holly Goldberg Sloan and Meg Wolitzer. It's a great book.